Hi, and welcome back to Healing Gems. So, today I want to talk to you about pacing. So, pacing is essential and crucial for healing from chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, and those kinds of conditions. And I feel it is the least talked about aspect on many CFS channels. People talk a lot about emotional healing, trauma healing, brain retraining, and all of those things, which are also a part of the healing mix. But from my experience with myself and working with other people, you need to get the pacing right, especially at the beginning stages when you're maybe in a real crash mode. Otherwise, all these other modalities, from the majority of people, do not seem to work unless you have got the pacing secured and the pacing understood of like what your limits are. So why is this? So getting into some sort of routine where you are pacing and allowing your body the deep rest that it needs is going to put you in a much safer position. You're going to feel safe in your body because you're not overstretching your limits all the time. Your mind is going to feel safer because you have a structure to your day. You know that you're not going to push outside your limits and therefore come crashing back down. And when you feel safe, this is when you can do things like the brain retraining and the deeper emotional healing work if it's needed, not needed for everybody, because your brain feels safe to do it. Even like somatic meditations, which I love and do a lot of, if your symptoms are really, really high and you're trying to feel safe in your body by feeling these emotions, if the symptoms are really high, really uncomfortable, it's going to actually put you into a much more stressed state because you can't tolerate the symptoms as much. So this is where you need to take a step back and do some more pacing and make that your sole focus of getting into a place where you feel comfortable working in the limits that you've got. And obviously this is going to be different for everybody depending on what your boundaries of energy are right now. But what I would say is the number one thing is do less than what you think you can do. That is number one. You might think, oh, I've got all this energy, I'll quickly go and do something. But if yesterday was a bad day, stick to the same routine as yesterday as a bad day. So stick to what you can do on a bad day, even on a good day, and that's when your energy will start to increase.